Hello, this is video instructions for how to tape your kneecap in place. So you want 3 strips of your preferred body tape. I have the K-tape brand because it comes in purple. So you want 2 full strips, and then you're going to take the third one and fold it in half, and then take some scissors and round the edges like that, and then cut it in half so you end up with 2 kind of little baby strips like this. And you want to be sitting down and have your knee at as close to a 90-degree angle as you can. Where I'm sitting is a little low for optimal doing this, but that's okay. Also, if depending on your skin and stuff, you might find it easier for the adhesive to stay stuck if you remove any long hair in the area first. So I've just done a quick little buzz with my electric shaver because I am a literal bear. So what you want to do is you take the first of the little strips, and you want to break the paper backing kind of in the middle like this, just sort of pull it apart, and then use the halves of it kind of like putting on a band-aid, and you put it, you want to stretch it, not like all the way, but like about half as much as its full stretch, and stick it on directly under your kneecap like that. Press it down so it sticks, and then pull the sides off like this and press them down, and you want the sides to just sort of go directly down without much stretch, because that way they'll stay stuck a bit better. So that's your first one there, and then you take the other half strip and you do the same thing, except you do it just above your kneecap. And I don't know how, here, I'll stand up for a sec so you can see in the video. I conveniently have a tattoo that landmarks it for me. But you just put it kind of right above your kneecap, and the same thing, you stretch it about halfway, and then press the ends down without the stretching. I don't know if I'm over-explaining. I don't know how familiar you are with using K-tapes, but yeah, so it'll look like that once it's on. Thank you. And then, now the order in which you do these next 2 doesn't really matter, but I find, for me personally, it sometimes makes a difference depending which side my knee is wanting to slide off to. Like, I find mine likes to try to slide outwards, so I do the outside first. So what you do is you take the end of it and you pull the paper off like that, and then you sort of anchor it at the top, like up on the quad, like maybe about a couple inches above where the short strip is, and I'll show that to you in a moment here. You just stick it right on there over the short one, and then when you get to the end of the short one, that's when you want to stretch it out, and stretch it about as much as it'll go down and across like this, and then you anchor it just below the lower strip, and then pull the paper and let it just anchor itself right down there. I don't know how well mine's gonna stay because I did not take my leg hair off down that far, but that's okay. It only needs to last through a couple of days. And then, so it should look like that at this point. And then your last one, again, you can go either from the bottom up or from the top down. I like to do the opposite direction of where I did the first one. So if I go up for the first one, I go down for the second one, and vice versa. But again, do what works for you. Just sort of anchor it just a little bit below the bottom one. Stretch up and around. Anchor it just above the top one. And Bob's your uncle. And then I usually find that like rubbing it down for a moment helps it stick a little better. And then yeah, it'll look like that when you're done. Hope it helps.